Hello, doing a quick recording here of Fortnite, and we are playing on a Xeon E5 1650 paired with a GTX 1060 6GB. And yeah, we're going to be starting on epic settings. I'm going to go to high, medium, and then low. And yeah, we're just going to be playing a quick game here of Team Rumble. And yeah, so right now we're on epic settings, as I just showed. So we'll be starting out on epic and then slowly lowering the settings so we get to test all the settings. And again, the CPU that we're playing with is the Xeon E5 1650 V1. Basically, it's just a 0 at the end, but it's a 6-core 12-thread processor with a base frequency of 3.2 gigahertz, and it turbos up to 3.5 pretty much on all cores, 3.492. Yeah, and if you're running like a game that doesn't utilize as many cores, it'll turbo up a little past that. It can turbo up to 3.8 on one core, but for the most part, 3.5 across all 6 cores, 12 threads is really good. So yeah, we're on epic settings, and you can see the frame rate right now. We're averaging above 80 FPS. I'd say 80 is a pretty decent average. Yeah, the gameplay is really smooth. We are using NVIDIA Shadowplay to record this, I believe is what it's called. So yeah, right now, epic settings. We're running very smooth at the moment. Yeah, epic settings, there we go. We've been running around for not too long, but we've ran around for a bit. I'm going to keep this nice and short, so what I will do, same scene here, you can see we're at about 90 frames. I'm going to switch it to high settings. I'm going to leave epic view distance. I just think that is one setting that is a good idea to have. So yeah, same scene, we're getting about 20 FPS extra, so yeah, whatever we were getting in epic, just add 20 and that's about what we'd get. So seems like we're staying around 100 FPS here, which is pretty good. Just running around. It's really smooth. Yeah, we're dipping a little bit below 100 there for a second in terms of frames per second there. High setting, I think, offers really nice visual quality, and it doesn't like hurt your FPS as much as epic settings does. No, we're not too far from the storm or from the circle, so we can go there. But as you can see, it's smooth. I'm able to build quickly. I'm not good, so I can just build a staircase up like this, but I can show you that it's smooth, it's quick, it's really responsive. Yeah, the GTX 1060 6GB is perfect for high settings, 1080p. For AAA titles, it's nice to play at the higher settings as well. In competitive games, you can easily get above 100, about 150 frames per second anywhere. Yeah, I'd say anywhere between 100, 150 frames per second is pretty accurate representation in like other games or esport titles. So yeah, we're on high settings. Now I'm going to turn it down to medium settings. Medium settings now. So you can see we're definitely above 100 frames at the moment. getting close to that 144 frame average. We're not there. I'd say medium settings still around 100 FPS. And if you are wondering, like, not a lot of people know about these Xeon processors. The Xeon processor is you can think of it like, because it has a 6 cores, 12 threads, it's like a second generation i7 with 2 additional cores. That's what kind of performance you can expect. That was a big stutter. But overall, really nice. That's medium settings. Now we're going to be doing low settings, which is like pro settings, which everyone wants to see, obviously. And I imagine recording using the graphics card, which I am doing right now, will affect performance a little bit. Not too much, but probably noticeable. So yeah, we're on the lowest settings now with epic view distance to keep everyone still rendered in and everything, but yeah, we're landing now. See, the frame rate is much, yeah, we're still over that 100 frames per second right now. It says 150 approximately. It will vary. Yeah, right now, comfortably above 100 frames per second still. Like, this is an older CPU, so you're not, like, it's, as I said, it compares to the second generation of an i7 processor with an additional 2 cores. So it, like, in terms of FPS, you're not going to get 300 FPS or 200 FPS, but you will get 100 frames per second, 150 frames per second on low settings. So it's still a very good experience in Fortnite. I'm sure other titles will perform differently, like some that are more intensive will obviously have lower frame rate. Others that are less intensive games will have much higher frame rate. Yeah, right now, as more players and everything, and whatever are in like the same kind of area that we are at, our frame rate will go down a little bit. So yeah, see, when we're not looking at a lot of players, 150 frames, but what's important is when there are other players around, what our frame rate will be. Like, it's never ever gonna drop below 60 FPS. I haven't even seen it go below 80, so that's nice. And if we drop down here, start running around more. Yeah, we're still above that 100 frames per second. It's super responsive. Feels like a really good experience to me. I would definitely say like Xeon E5 1650 is still really good in 2019. see, like, I was able to play very comfortably there. There was no lag, no like glitches. We kept that high frame rate, so that's a good example of what you can expect. Like, I'm not good at the game, but, like, not being laggy is a huge step forward in being able to perform well. But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it there. I think you've seen enough to make a decision now, like, or at least you have more information now to make a decision and to see, like, yeah, to see how this graphics card and CPU combo performs. Again, the last settings we were on were the lowest settings, so you can go back in the video, you can go over the epic settings, high settings, medium settings, and low settings, all played at 1920 by 1080p. And again, this is the Xeon E5 1650 paired with the GTX 1060 6GB. And yeah, if you're interested in the system, definitely reach out to me, and yeah, if you also have questions, definitely reach out as well, and I'm happy to help. Thanks for watching.